ayé òní àti pẹ̀lú ogbó síta. Oníbàárúwá ẹ̀ tí pè o. Àwọn oníbàárúwá ẹ̀ tí pè o. Ẹ tí bá yé nígbà ìgbà suspend ẹ̀ o. Ẹ tí bá yé nígbà ìgbà suspend ẹ̀ o. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tó yìí. Ó yẹ kí n ti sọ́ọ̀fù yìí. Lẹ́yìn ilé rẹ̀ kí n ti sọ́ọ̀fù gbogbo yìí. Àmọ́ àwọn ẹni bí ẹni ọ̀rọ̀ èèyàn bí èèyàn tọ́tọ́ láti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ láti kàǹkọ́ lọ́rọ̀ mi wọ́n ti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ sòrí ṣe fẹ́ lè ṣe lásán ní fún yín. Ẹgbẹ́ tiwa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ APC another party is a counterfeit whether you like or not àìtórí kàdà fọ́ ọ̀bù. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ́ nìyẹn. Èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ yìí yẹn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ yìí tí owó ilé pọ̀ ìjọ tí ò ìkan tí ò tó yẹ tó bá kọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ anybody ẹ ti lọ tẹ́ẹ̀bà mọ̀pọ̀ ilé tó bá gbọ̀n mu ni anybody yìí ti lọ àti ìjọ ń pè lọ́mọ bá kàbí kí ló ń pè owó ìsáìwà rẹ̀ ẹ lọ sọ fún owó ìsáìwà rẹ̀. Àtẹ̀yìn tó ń tọ̀jú ní iye tó bá fún ẹ ní oúnjẹ lọ́sẹ̀ẹ̀sẹ̀ kó máa sọ. Ọ̀hún bí bàbá ìyá ẹ̀ dá. Tó bá wà lábẹ́ ẹ̀yìn tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe àmọ́ bá rí i pé ó ń tasí àgẹ̀rẹ̀ kò látòrí pákínà tó bá rí pé ó ń tasí àgẹ̀rẹ̀ yọ bí ẹni yọ jìgà kò lè ní ẹ́fídẹ́ǹsì ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yọ dànù kò sí bàbá lẹ́yìn tó lè dá padà. Àbágbàṣẹ wọn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ àdúgbò ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ ṣakọ àtúnṣe kí ni àlẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀ pa ẹ lọ wà ẹ sàkáfù pátá. Báyọ̀ fi lé gbọ́sẹ̀ ìjókì o Báyọ̀ fọ APC jókì tí wọ́n bá wù ẹ́ àpò tó ṣe kí ni ìkọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 2023 akọ̀wé ìfihàn ẹ̀ ẹ bá wù pé 2027 ló máa ṣe kí ẹ̀ tẹ ọ láyé rẹ̀ ṣọwọ́ náà òye. Ọba fẹ́ràn iṣẹ́ ní báyìí á lè wá sí ẹni tó bá ṣe ẹni mistake ní 2027 tó bá lọ sọ́gbà tẹ́ APC lẹ́bà ṣe kí ni lẹ́bà dìbò fún un àbẹ́ tó bá sọ fún òun ní gbọ́ àwa náà ní ṣe kí ni àgbà. Mo yìí máa tún ìpè gbogbo tó ṣe lórí olóṣèlú lọ́dọ̀ yìí yẹn lẹ́bà lọ sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ pátá ẹ tún wọn kò sí Monday ẹtú gbogbo ọkùnrin gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí olóṣèlú yẹn ní ọ̀gbẹ́ níbẹ̀ tẹ́ẹ̀bà lọ sọ̀rọ̀ àti sọ fún gbogbo rẹ̀ pátá gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ wà lórí fóònù mi o ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rasa gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní lásùkì yẹn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lájẹ́gúnlẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo ilé mọ̀kàn yẹn ẹ̀stómàkì yẹn ìyẹn ní pé ọ̀tá ẹgbẹ́ tó ń fún ilé jẹ ní ọ̀tá ẹgbẹ́ tó ń fún ilé jẹ òun ní gbogbo yìí. Ọ̀dọ́ yìí nìkan ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o mo fún ọmọ fojú ara o ọ̀dọ́ yìí ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o gbogbo àwọn ará bíbá yìí yẹn lọ́dọ̀ yìí o ìwà fi gbẹ́ni sọ̀rọ̀ tán ẹ invite gbogbo pátá gbogbo ìfẹ́ lójú àti ọ̀dọ́ ọlọ́kadà tó lójú ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dẹ̀ wà kí á fún wọ́n tètè máa ti sọ ọ̀dọ́ yìí ló gbẹ́ni ṣẹlẹ̀ o ọ̀dọ́ yìí ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ àdúgbò yìí o ẹni bọ̀bọ̀ ta ẹgbẹ́ ni ìwọ tó bá yẹ ti jọ́ ta ẹgbẹ́ tó bá ti jọ́ ta síwájú kálá ọba ní kò dáa fún ẹ ọlọ́sọ̀rọ̀ ní ojú. Torí ọ̀tá síwájú ọ̀tá àwa ni ọ̀tá APC ọ̀tá àwa ni onímọ́tò ọlọ́pàá.
At least you got the subtitled part of it, Abi. Now, in case if somehow, right, I don't know how comfortable you are, okay, that sometimes you might think I am exaggerating things, and you just do like this one single, I mean, once the police get to decide to take him now, they will, one single order, they will have him in detention, all this power. That's the issue. Okay, that is the problem. everything he's saying there is 100% guaranteed immunity, because he's doing the supposed job of the most powerful man in the country. So he's protected. And because of that, his protection, that then puts to what you can say to test their laws. That in itself will just be like waste of time, because it is the failure of their laws that created a character like that. Some will say, oh, it's just an illiterate. Illiterate because you have some fine printed, decorated cardboard that they gave to you because after all this knowledge of how things can be done right, professional, this or that. Nigeria is a place run by criminals, educated and uneducated. They wield powers that are backed by the state. The powers to kill. He said it open there. When you're doing down, they will kill you. The law says that everybody should go and choose their own rep and all that, right? But not with these guys, and not with many like him across the country, whose services will be, greatly paid for by those you would think should arrest them. So he's telling everyone there that if they want to keep their daily extortion ring, if they want to keep feeding their families from extorting money from commuters and drivers alike, then they must make sure that there will be no other political party allowed in their area. And there's another part to this as well. Something that we almost all the time just never bother to mention out of oversight or intentional, so to say. And that is the part where there is a section of these area boys, thugs in Lagos, who have always been opposite to wherever Thiefnubu stands. And they have always been like available for hire by the other opposition groups. But because whatever these ones loyal to Thiefnubu, whatever they do, they've got immunity. That as long as they are not killed, they are fine. They will be protected. And therefore, makes the other side almost inconsequential also. But they are all there too. Omobaka, that's another big thug in that fellow to Abi, what's that area again? Right? Who seem to be on the side of the obedient, the GRV and all that, the eco indigents. And somebody like him is considered as an enabler. That what the hell is he? Who are his godfathers that will single-handedly, thwart our operation in this particular area and allow the opposition to come in and leave? If they come to your area next time and you allow them to go, you will pay for it with your daily money. Now it's going to be like weaponizing these already poor and recruited people who are the area boys, the tout that you see at every corner, every street in Lagos State, controlled by another overlord that controls the areas as well. Everybody is so linked together, and it's the same message. If we lose Lagos, all of you are going to lose all the money you've been making. You know how much your lives have changed since Thiefnubu allowed us to run our things without much wahala. So we owe him. So these thousands of these thugs are those who have no real electoral value. They cannot mobilize anybody to vote for anybody. It's just to tell you that do it. Because if you don't do it, we are not going to make money. We're not going to be, here you get. So it is war for them. Because the message is simple. Anybody who takes your food, your daily, your source of income, that person has automatically killed you. Do you understand? Like literally killed you. So do you want to be literally killed? That's up to you. And you say no. Then would you do anything to avoid that? Yes, I would do anything. Even when you know that what you're about to go and defend. I'm going to say it in Yoruba before I continue. Yeah. Especially if who knows? You don't know who is watching. Especially if any of these thugs or area boys, by any chance, should be watching me right now. So, ìwọ tó jẹ́ thug, right? Tí irú àwọn SEGO tí wọ́n ń lò yẹn, just simply because owó àwọn ọlọ́kadà ni wọ́n ń gbà, tó ń gbà délédélé rábà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Bóyá owó àwọn ní kẹ̀kẹ́ márúwá ni wọ́n ń gbà, àbí tó ń gbà tó yẹn wọ́n náà fi ń tọ́mọ tó ti lọ fẹ́ ìyàwó méjì àbí ìyàwó mẹ́ta. Tó bá stop owó yẹn, ebi máa pa ẹ́, ìyàwó máa kọ̀ ẹ́ sílẹ̀. However, bó ṣe ń ṣètò náà, ò ṣoríire kankan. Why? Owó tó fi ọwọ́ ọ̀tún fún ẹ, torí owó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni, wọ́n fi ọwọ́ ọ̀tún fún ẹ, wọ́n á fi ọwọ́ òsì gbà padà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ṣé o understand? Nǹkan tí yẹn mi ní pé ṣòro tí wọ́n ń jágbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn yẹn, owó yẹn náà ó máa ṣe lọ padà fi ra pampers, ó máa fi ra oúnjẹ, ó máa fi ra petrol sí I better pass my neighbor generator yẹn, right? So wàá kàn realize pé owó yẹn gan ti lọ fi àm, ó ti lọ fi àm bó ṣe ń gbà ó ti lọ. So ó ti di pé tó bá gbaṣẹ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ báyìí, ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ nìyẹn. So lójú ara ẹ̀, defending that tó ṣe ń live ayé kí ló ti ń pè ayé gọ́tà yẹn, right? Wọ́n pè ní rat race làwọn olóyìnbó máa ń pè rat race. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé kò sí bí èèyàn ṣe lè win ní rat race tó? Kò sí bí rat bó ṣe lè win ní rat race tó. Rat race yẹn ni pé ó máa lọ sáko báyìí, ó máa lọ báyìí, ó máa lọ báyìí. Tó bá fi eku sínú bowl, right? Á máa lọ báyìí, máa lọ báyìí, máa lọ báyìí, máa lọ báyìí. Kò wá sí bí eku yẹn ṣe lè first tó. Eku náà ṣì ni, rat náà ṣì ni, tó ń pè ní rat race. Gbogbo yẹn bí ìsìn. Bàtà tí sáko yẹn máa fi lọ round, tó bá máa fi dé padà ó ti tán. So you know, that's the life they have given to you. So you are working for them because it's the crumbs that you are getting from wherever they are extorting forcibly from people. And for them to maintain that, because now they work for them. So for them to maintain this source of extortion ring and all these billions that comes in, right? They need to also protect the powers that be, that granted them that or such economic power. So do you see it now? So they need these foot soldiers who are feeding off crumbs, because after they collected all this money, they would then now have to hand it over. Now from this crumb, they would give them something. And they say, so how are you doing it? I they pay, I mean, so they do a job. Somebody who is running after Okada in the rain, in the sun, running after Danfo to collect money, doing all this, all of that. You now realize that those who sent him, they are with different women in another park where they just parked, the brand new vehicles they just ordered for themselves. Cars, women, drinks, right? And then some hype men on the side. While you are running in the rain, in the sun to collect 100 naira, 200 naira, this or that, right? At the end of the day, you go home with 20,000 naira and say, I'm on that job bill. You know how much they make every day? 20 pay. But that 20,000 naira is what they give to him, the crumb they give to him. Because at the end of the day, it probably is somebody who singularly raised like 100,000 naira. But the 20,000 naira to him, money, that my chairman, a correct man. So the guy will now reap this money from all of them. At the end of the day, 380. This was like this one I'm telling you right now is 2020 or 2021 data, right? That's the money that the NURTW makes from Lagos State in a single day was 390 million naira one day. So in a year, they are making nearly 1 trillion, the way they described it. Now, this is the money that goes through the hands of these guys. That's why they have so much money. And it's coming from every part, everybody, like, you know. So they are the big men. You hold them. And they hold their own godfathers. In this case, Thiefnubu and APC. It is like a tradition. Your life is, I mean, same thing with Yalojas, market men and women. Do you get that now? So you want insurance, I mean, you want security, so that you want to still be trading, you still want to own your shop, join the market women. Who is the controller of the market women? Thiefnubu's daughter. His mom was in charge of that before his daughter took over. So, which means everything still comes back to him from the Agberos, from this, everybody's buying their own immunity in that way. And of course, whenever it's election time, that one requires another special mobilization, which is to ensure that status quo remain. If we lose Lagos, do you know thousands of you will go die of hunger? So that's enough for them to go and intimidate millions of people who are suffering from the economy they have created, who want something different. And by law and election, they could do that. Or they needed these guys to stop them from doing it. No, you can't do that, because we realize that if we allow you to do that, you are going to, they don't even trust the people that they claim that they have served for years. I mean, you have been in charge of a place for 26 years, that you still don't trust them, that they appreciate what you are doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Labors, Baba. You understand, Baba? Like, you have been in charge of a place for 26 years, serving the people of this state. Done so well. You build schools, you build roads, you build all these things. I mean, people are better off. They are very happy with you. Would you be afraid to test that popularity? Why? I mean, would you be afraid to test it? And say, I mean, I trust them. If they reject me, that means they didn't appreciate what I have done then, Abi. So then that's fine. I think they feel, but that is not their style. Because power is not served a la carte. According to Kolu, you have to grab it, snatch it, and run with it. That is why the likes of SEGO and others who are ready to kill anybody to ensure that this money flow is never stopped. Do you get that? So that is why people like that are always going to be there to stop the millions of you. They don't need to stop, and they don't need millions to stop you. All they need is just to make sure that they stop like this. They are dropping the messages that says, if you don't want to do whatever we say you should do, then you should leave Lagos State now, or else we'll kill you. This is Yoruba land. They have to put that. So that you that is a Yoruba will say, I don't like these guys, but I mean, I like what they are fighting for. They are protecting Yoruba land. No, they are protecting their pot of soup. They don't give a shit about Lagos or anywhere. The reason why they give a shit about Lagos is because it is a source of food. If they lose it, Baba, where do you want them to go back to? You want SEGO to go back to Kwara? IBMC to go back to Kwara? Which of those stocks you want them to go back to where they originally come from? If they have no other things to do anymore, where do you want them to go? So they will say they are Yorubas. We are fighting to protect Yoruba. No, they are protecting the interest of Thiefnubu. Once they did that, right, in the process, they are protecting their own interest too. So everybody would need to protect their own interest, whatever it takes. But law would have been the arbiter. Law would have been the one to settle it for everybody and say, true, everybody won't flex muscle. But if you flex your muscle, it must be legitimate. If you go out of this line, you are going to go to jail. That's where the law comes in. But the law is dead. Absolutely. People, they settle their score on the streets in Nigeria. Like, you won't go do law. Even law enforcement officers, they know they follow law. Take a look at this one.
Ôi, vừa lên đi.